question is that the motion is moved by the member for Camden be accorded priority be agreed to. I call the member for Heffron and Shadow Minister.
Mr Deputy Speaker, this is an ungovernable state governed by government in crisis, involved in corruption allegations, and does what all governments are in trouble. They pull the low fruit off the trees by hauling out local government, and it is again the whipping boy, saying that it's not sustainable, it doesn't have any money. This comes from a government whose treasurer in May of this year slips through a change in the Treasury circular and rips $800 million out of the state-owned corporations to balance their own budget. I mean, the height of the New South Wales government to attack the third tier of government. I mean, is the third tier of government a legitimate part of the democracy in this country, or is it just a whipping boy? Now, the government's been in power for 3.5 years, and as the member for Auburn said, 7 reviews, 7 complete separate reviews. And those reviews are the Independent Local Government Review Panel Review, $1.8 million, Destination 36, where they all had a kumbaya somewhere at $270,000. There was an Auditing Council Infrastructures, review of intergovernmental agreements, T-Corp assessments, the review of the New South Wales planning system, the Local Government Acts Task Force. 3.5 years and nothing's happened. And nothing's happened because the government promised, going into the last election, that there would be no forced amalgamations. And of course it is the same as the opposition's policy. So they've pulled today, they think that somehow or other they are going to induce councils by an offer of $1 billion, which effectively is only $258 million. You really think offering $258 million to 152 councils in this state is going to induce change? Now, the most important function of local government, in my view, particularly in regional New South Wales, is it should be an employment-generating activity. It should provide jobs, it should provide apprenticeships, and it should provide generation to local economies. Now, the fact of the matter is, the former minister convinced me there is a need for reform and there is a way of doing it, and the way to do it is for local government to do it. But let's see how you go putting Pittwater back into Warringah under any system by voluntary amalgamation. Let's see you put Waverley, Wallara in with Randwick and see the community of interest between your mates at Vaucluse and the Corries at La Perouse. Let's see how that works. You know, the fact of the matter is that all you're doing is words. You can talk to Professor Sampson, you can go and get Stephen Blackadder to write your act, you can go and say whatever you like. All you're seeking to do is distract attention through the popular press so they're not actually looking at your own corruption allegations.
Oh, sweet.